Namaste, beautiful gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tyen. If you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, 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 everyone. I am just doing a short transmission on why I choose to do 5D readings when I'm also working with the low 3D density energies. First and foremost, we are in the new earth. So welcome to the new earth, everyone. Yay! So we're there. And because of that, the lower negative vibrational low dense energy is being pushed out. And as a reader, okay, especially for you that are in twin flame unions or in a twin flame connection, it will not serve you. It will behoove you to continue to start internalizing these 3D perspectives and way of thinking, because you are a multi-dimensional being. We all, whether we're soulmates, twin flames, or no flames, okay, we are all multi-dimensional beings. And because of that, we are being upgraded to the crystalline or Christ grid. My subscribers are ready, vibrationally speaking, to start receiving readings from a higher dimension. One thing that you will also start to do is live from your heart center. No more doing things just because or going with the status quo. No, everything that you do, you will do for yourself first, because you have to love self, but you'll also do it for others. And one misconception about self-love, because there are so many, and I want to dispel some of them on this video, is that self-love does not mean to be selfish. Ding dang on it, daggone it. Stop this. A lot of people be like, oh, you know what? I just brought me something to eat, and it's a nice little meal. It's a nice little dish. I deserve this. Yes, I deserve it because I done worked hard or whatever, but I just brought my kids some McDonald's. No, that's not right. I feel like a lot of people misuse, and that's just an example. That's a 3D example. But let's say you're in a relationship with someone, all right? You're in a relationship with someone and you really love and care about this person, but for whatever reason, there came an event. Something happened to where this person couldn't be there for you. So you feel like in your self-love that you can go sleep or be with someone else because that person wasn't there for you, because you have love for self, and so someone's going to fill that void. No. To me, that's abandonment issues, for one. And yes, I'm going to call you out on that. If you can't sit alone with yourself when you're going through the dark night of the soul, or you're going through a spiritual transformation, or you may have lost someone in death, then you don't love yourself. Because there have been plenty of things that have happened to me in my lifetime where I had to move solo, and there was nobody. I mean, absolutely nobody there but God. Okay? God will get you alone. God will get you in a situation to where if you're not listening, oh, you're going to listen. You're going to learn today. Trust me. I've had those you're going to learn today situations. And let me explain something to you. They have not always been pretty. They've not always been painted in the most beautiful box and the biggest bow. Some of the most beautiful experiences have come in the most ugly packages. Now, what should we do when we're separated from our twin, or we're in a breakup with our twin flame? Work on self. Do your inner work. You cannot change the other person, but you can change you. And one thing that I just want to say, don't feel guilty if you want to move away from your twin flame relationship. My twin flame relationship has taught me many lessons. I don't want to break down and I don't want to cry, but I've learned so much and I've heard it so much that my soul right now is craving a relationship where I'm on the same vibrational frequency and resonance and match. I had a wonderful soulmate and we still talk. He doesn't ignore my calls. He returns my calls. It's a lot easier. And I get why so many people get off of this journey. And you can never get off of your journey to ascension, by the way. Just because you choose not to be on the twin flame journey or be connected with your twin anymore, it does not move you out of your divine mission or anything like that, okay? It's all about going to 0 point. If you go to 0 point, you're transmuting everything and you're ascending and, you're transmuting things into the light. You're doing it from a good place because it's all about attentions. Why wouldn't source energy bless that? Don't stay in a relationship with someone that is abusing you emotionally or physically. They're both wrong and they both hurt. I don't want to put one above the other because I've been physically and mentally abused and they both hurt. And I wouldn't choose neither one over the other. I don't like when people say, well, emotional abuse is the worst because those are scars and those scars sometimes never heal. Well, physical scars, even though they heal, you still have an emotional charge to those physical wounds. You'll never forget that someone hit you and made you black out. You'll never forget that someone busted your lip. You'll never forget that someone beat you within 2 inches of your life. You'll never forget that someone slapped the shit out of you. They slapped you so hard that your whole face was numbed for a half a day. You'll never forget that. Never allow for this twin flame journey to break you down to where you don't even want to face life anymore. Because I've had those days. I've had those days that I didn't want to get out the bed because of my connection. I'm not blaming my twin. I'm just saying because of my connection and what I allowed. Because people can only do what you allow them to do. And the thing about keeping your power is not to give your ding-dang power away in the first place. I have reached that pinnacle in my relationship with my twin to where I have let go so many times. I let go and then I'll come back because he'll reach out to me and it appears on the surface that he changed just for him to come back and break me down again. To tear my heart apart into a million pieces. You don't know how many times I have died. I feel like I have died of 1,000 deaths trying to save him. You cannot save the other person. You have to save yourself. And if you have the sanity and the dignity to walk away when you know that this person is no good for you. It doesn't matter if they're your twin flame and you have verifiable evidence that this is your twin flame. If your twin flame is willing to break you down at your expense and don't care about your feelings and your emotions, you got to let that person go. You have to let that person go and surrender it to source. Everything that needs to be done will be worked out in the details. You don't worry about those details anymore because that is what is breaking you down. Never allow for your connection to be your destruction. Because this could be something that you allow to self-destruct you, to take away from your quality of life. Life is beautiful. Look around. It is beautiful. There is so much that we can really enjoy when it comes to life. But no, we choose sometimes to get so involved in our connections that we lose ourselves. Especially us divine feminines. You got the power. You do. Don't give your power away, especially to someone who don't appreciate what you have to offer. The reason why I choose to do 5D readings is because we are constantly, you guys, we are constantly moving in and out of various different states of consciousness. And on this journey, we all know that this is an emotional roller coaster. You go up, you have your ups and you have your downs, you have your highs, you have your lows. And it is not always easy to come back to center. Sometimes when we go through these emotions, we are supposed to sit with it for a moment. Now notice I said sit with it, not babysit it and vacation with it. Sit with it for a moment. Now find out from a higher perspective, why does this hurt you so bad? Why is this triggering you so bad? And do not relate it to the person, but relate it to something that you can recall in this incarnation, not your previous lifetimes, because those have their own purpose. But what is it in this lifetime that needs to be brought up to be healed? Is it the fact that your divine masculine left you for a third party? And now your divine masculine is giving them all the love? That shouldn't bother you. What really is bothering you is that you feel abandoned, you feel betrayed, you feel cheated on. Now, let's get to the root of why. If you guys separated and this person went their separate way, why does it hurt you that they moved on? Because I remember when I was 6 years old, my father cheated on my mother with my sister's mother. And I had to go tell my mother that my father cheated on my mother. And my mother was like, "Are you sure?" I don't even think I was 6. I think I was 5. I wasn't even in school. No, you guys, real talk, I wasn't even in school yet. I was 4 years old. 4. I wasn't even 5 yet. Because when I was 5, I started school early. I started school at 5 instead of 6. I was 4 years old. My father cheated on my mother and had sex in my mother's bed with my sister's mother. And I had to go back and tell my mother. And I didn't know how to explain it. I was only 4 years old. So I told my mother that my daddy and my sister's mother were in my mom's room, and they were making a lot of noise for a very long time with the door shut. And all I knew is that she had big titties. And I didn't know what they were called, so I said she had a big chest. Because I was only 4. And my mother knew exactly who it was, obviously, my sister's mother. And my mother moved on while she was still married to my father. And I remember my father coming back because he found out that she was with my stepfather, who was my daddy, more of a father to me than my biological father. So all things happen for a reason, you guys. But long story short, my stepfather was at work, which is my true daddy. I'm not really close to my biological father, who's deceased now. But anyway, long story short, my dad was at work and my mother was home from work because my mother had just got in a car accident. My father asked, could he come and see her? Because he wanted to console her and he's sorry that she got in a car accident or whatever. Anyway, long story short, my father came and my father beat my mother, snatched her earring out because she was with another man. So all of those things I saw at 4 years old. And those are things that both of my husbands triggered in me. The adultery, the lies, the cheating, having kids out of wedlock, having kids during my marriage, not being a stepmother before, but becoming a stepmother without my consent. And I realized it wasn't the fact that he left me and was with someone else. It was the betrayal. It was the nerve, the audacity that you thought that I was going to become Linda the librarian and that I wasn't going to move on after you've kept me hanging and dangling from a string for so long. Mm-hmm. So the reason why I choose to do 5D readings is because I want you guys to heal. It's one thing to get information, but it's quite another when you can get that information and you can look at things from a higher perspective of why these things are happening to you. Because if you continue to keep looking at it from a 3D perspective, these things will never change. They will always be the same, and the universe will be like, okay, let's give her more of that. This is what she is focusing on, or he. Where your attention, where energy goes, where attention flows, energy goes. My mind is so discombobulated right now because I got so much that I want to say in this little short span of time. But I've been through it, you guys, and I want to say by no means should you take abuse. Definitely leave any abusive situation. I think what hurted me the most by what I experienced with my twin is that he would tell me he was sorry, but he wouldn't do anything to rectify it. To me, I'd rather you not say sorry. Because from the Bible, it says that you are only called to repent when you turn away. When you turn back from that thing that you did to bring hurt, harm, and injury to the person. You guys, I have to go. I got a brunch date. Okay, so anyway, I love you guys. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation. I'll have to do a second part for this. You guys already know how I do. All right, namaste, everyone.